I don't need another flu shot. I had a flu shot last year.
A swine flu epidemic may be coming.
Swine flu shot? Well, I don't know. I've been thinking about it.
It could make you very sick.
Swine flu? Man, I'm too fast to let it catch me.
You'll want to be protected.
I'm the healthiest 55-year-old you ever seen. Hey, I play golf every weekend.
Get a shot of protection. The swine flu shot.
In January 1976, soldiers at Fort Dix in New Jersey began complaining about a respiratory illness. One of the soldiers, Private David Lewis, later died. When samples of the virus infecting the soldiers were sent to the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta, they were found to contain the swine influenza A, related to the Spanish flu, which killed between 50 and 100 million people across the globe in 1918 to 1919. In response, President Ford called together a Blue Ribbon panel in March of 1976. He reported its findings to the American people at a press conference on March 24th.
I've just concluded a meeting on a subject of vast importance to all Americans, and let me report to you the results of that meeting. 1 month ago, a strain of influenza, sometimes known as swine flu, was discovered and isolated among Army recruits at Fort Dix, New Jersey. The appearance of this strain has caused concern within the medical community because this virus is very similar to one that caused a widespread and very deadly flu epidemic late in the First World War. Some older Americans today will remember that 548,000 people died in this country during that tragic period. During the last few days, I have consulted with members of my administration, Secretary Matthews and Dr. Cooper, and leading members of the health community and public officials about the implications of this new appearance of swine flu. I've been advised that there is a very real possibility that unless we take effective counteractions, there could be an epidemic of this dangerous disease next fall and winter here in the United States. Let me state clearly at this time, no one knows exactly how serious this threat could be. Nevertheless, we cannot afford to take a chance with the health of our nation. Accordingly, I am today announcing the following actions. First, I am asking the Congress to appropriate $135 million prior to their April recess for the production of sufficient vaccine to inoculate every man, woman, and child in the United States. Secondly, I am directing the Secretary of HEW, David Matthews, and Assistant Secretary, Dr. Cooper, to develop plans that would make this vaccine available to all Americans during the 3-month period from September to November of this year. Finally, I am asking each and every American to make certain he or she receives an inoculation this fall.
Congress appropriated the necessary funds and vaccine production began. Several issues arose that slowed progress. Most significantly, the vaccine manufacturers' demands for the government to provide liability protection to them in case of adverse reactions to inoculation. The other issue was that a small number of people who received the vaccine developed serious side effects. Between October and December 1976, more than 40 million Americans received the swine flu shot, including President Ford himself.
Yeah, it's all done?
All set. And you didn't win.
No, didn't even know it. I was telling a story to Terry on the way over. I was in the Navy. You know, they gave you shots forever in the Navy. And I was standing in line getting shots, and there was a 275-pound world championship wrestler, whose name I won't reveal, right ahead of me. They gave him a shot, and he fainted.
However, that didn't help the president's re-election chances, and 3 weeks later, he lost the 1976 presidential election to Jimmy Carter.